Nintendo.
This next entry is a tie between the two characters that kickstarted the Nintendo line of video games, Rob and Mr. Game & Watch. First off, Rob. Rob stands for Robotic Operating Buddy and was an actual robot, as well as a video game character, who successfully marketed the NES as a toy. Aside from having his own games, Rob has made several cameos in many games, such as the Star Fox series and Kirby's Dream Land. Rob is also featured as an unlockable character in Mario Kart DS, making him the first non-Mario character ever to be featured in a Mario game. Rob's most interesting role is in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Throughout the adventure mode, the heroes are constantly being attacked by the mysterious ancient minister, who is later revealed to be the original Rob. He had an army of Robs at his disposal, and had to sacrifice two of his own kind in order to successfully detonate a subspace bomb. However, he is betrayed by his former ally, Ganondorf, who takes control of the army of Robs and attacks the original, who he then leaves for dead. Rob, saddened by what has happened, joins up with the heroes on their quest to stop Taboo. Mr. Game & Watch, on the other hand, has appeared in many more games than Rob has, on his very own console, the Nintendo Game & Watch, and served as a mascot of the Game & Watch line. Surprisingly, he never appeared on any of the original games, and only appeared in the Game & Watch Gallery series. Like Rob, his most interesting role is in the Subspace Emissary. He joins up with the Subspace Army and willingly allows them to extract shadow bugs from his body in order for them to make soldiers in the Subspace Army, due to him having no concept of good and evil. After Meta Knight takes control of the Halberd, Solid Snake knocks all of the Game & Watch cloaks into the Halberd's bridge, causing them to melt into shadow bugs that form Duon. After Duon's defeat, Mr. Game & Watch then joins up with the heroes. A very developed story for such a bland character, I think.
Nintendo.
Hell yes, how could I not include Flawful? Out of the three Mario and Luigi games, my favourite by far was Bowser's Inside Story. Why? Because Flawful is the main villain. Flawful's plan in this game is to use Princess Peach to take the Dark Star from underneath Toad Town. He also goes to great lengths to stop any threat to his plan. He gives Bowser a vacuum shroom to trap Mario and Luigi inside his body. He takes over Bowser Castle, turning it into Flawful Theatre and brainwashing all of Bowser's minions. And he uses a variety of weapons and enemies to prevent Bowser and the Mario Bros from reaching him. Flawful later absorbs some of the Dark Star's energy to become Dark Flawful, after the defeat of the powered-up version of Vidmus, and battle Bowser. What I love most about Flawful are his hilariously insane quotes. Let's name a few, shall we? I have fury. The mustard of your doom. A winner is you. You inhale like the greedy pig at the pancake buffet. I have chortles. Such excitement, like a pie made of wow. How can you not love this guy? He even has a countdown artist named after him, Flawful's minion. Flawful definitely needs to appear in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Make it happen, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Time to go back to The Legend of Zelda. This time we're looking at Princess Zelda herself. Just as there have been many incarnations of Link, there have been an equally large amount of incarnations of Zelda. My favourite of which come from Skyward Sword, Spirit Tracks, and Ocarina of Time. Let's start with Spirit Tracks. At the beginning of the game, Zelda's spirit is separated from her body by Cole and Staven, who intend to use it as a vessel to resurrect the Demon King Moladus. Zelda then aids Link on his adventure to restore the Spirit Tracks throughout New Hyrule, and to stop Cole and Staven from resurrecting Moladus. During the first time you are required to enter the Tower of Spirits, Zelda discovers that she can take control of various phantoms, which is essential to traverse through the tower and to defeat Staven. In Skyward Sword, Zelda is not a princess, but is instead a childhood friend of Link. After several events in the game, it is revealed that Zelda is in fact an incarnation of Hylia, the person who united the ancient robots, the Gorons, the Kikwis, the Mogmas, and the Pirella to battle the Demon King's forces. She then falls into hibernation, informing Link to awaken her when he has completed his mission. Long story short, Zelda awakens, gets captured by Girahim, Link kills some bad guys, beats the Demon King and Girahim, and rescues Zelda. In Ocarina of Time, Zelda poses as a member of the Sheikah tribe, named Sheik, in order to escape Ganondorf. Here, she acts as a guide to Link and gives him the locations of the various temples. At the end of the game, Zelda reveals her true identity and is captured by Ganon. After she is rescued by Link, she assists him during the final boss, where she holds Ganon in place using a magic, while Link delivers the final blow. So remember, Zelda is not the Legend of Zelda version of Princess Peach. She actually has some use and has actually helped Link. She is a good character.
Nintendo.
Just Wario. I could go into a long description about Wario's personality and main goals in life, but you only need to know one thing. Wario is the anti-Mario, with an obsession of making as much money as possible. This is shown through the WarioWare series, where Wario attempts to make a gigantic business empire selling microgames, which are actually playable within the games themselves. Because of this, Wario has no real allegiances to either Mario or Bowser. Examples of this are the Mario Sports series, where he teams up with Bowser to cause as much chaos as possible, and Super Mario 64 DS, where he teams up with Mario, Yoshi, and Luigi in order to defeat Bowser's minions. One of the more comical incarnations of Wario is in Episode 7 of the Flash series, Super Mario Bros. Z. Seriously, you will laugh so hard you will piss yourself. Wario and his partner, Waluigi, fail miserably at almost every attempt to beat Mario, and end up getting humiliated by the Mario Bros. What makes Wario different from Bowser are two things. One, he is way more comical than Bowser will ever be, and two, his signature attack, the Wario Waft. Need I say any more?
Nintendo.
It's been a while since we saw a Star Fox character on this list, so here is none other than the main hero himself, Fox McCloud. After the death of his father, Fox swore vengeance against the scientist Andross, and he and Peppy Hare form a new Star Fox team, eventually recruiting Falco and Slippy. During the Lilac Wars, Fox was tasked with defeating Andross and saving the Lilac system. After the wars, Fox led his team on a variety of adventures, such as the events on Soria, the dinosaur planet, the Asteroid Invasion, and the Angler Blitz. Fox is a heroic fighter whose abilities should not be taken lightly. How many people do you know who have gone head-to-head with an alien T-Rex and survived? In addition to this, Fox is very self-sacrificing, and will put his own life on the line in order to save his teammates. The greatest examples of this are the rescues of both Falco and Slippy in Star Fox 64. Aside from being very loyal and having great leadership skills, Fox is also one of the greatest pilots of his team and has cracked the R-Wing, and later the R-Wing 2. He is shown to be the one that his teammates go to when they need help on the battlefield, and he has also been shown to master the powerful tank known as the Landmaster. Even though I haven't had the same experience with the Star Fox series like most people have, I still find it to have great gameplay elements, and above all, likeable and admirable characters. I salute you, Fox.
Nintendo.
You see, it's the little things like FLUDD that make Super Mario Sunshine a really enjoyable game. I was originally going to go with Toadsworth, Shadow Mario, even the Piantas at the number 30 slot, but I decided to go with FLUDD instead. Why FLUDD? That's simple. He's a stateful gameplay element in Super Mario Sunshine and is very useful and helpful throughout the game. A lot of people simply describe FLUDD as a talking weapon/accessory for Mario, similar to Caliburn the Sword in Sonic the Black Knight. However, FLUDD is more than that. He has his own personality, gives Mario instant advice throughout the levels, and has an emotional scene right at the end of the game where he powers down and deactivates after suffering heavy damage in the battle with Bowser. I found this cutscene to be very similar to the end of Gamma's story from Sonic Adventure. However, FLUDD's reactivated and says quite amusingly, "The vacation starts now." Another thing I like about FLUDD is his voice. I don't know what it is about that robot voice, but most people seem to associate that voice to your typical robot bad guy. To put that voice as one of the good guys is quite a humorous and unique concept, and that is why I love FLUDD. I really hope Nintendo put FLUDD in another game, or even make a sequel to Super Mario Sunshine sometime in the future.